The Philippine Basic Education System. The following are the purposes and objectives of the Philippine educational system. In the Philippines, the education system aims to provide a broad general education that will assist each individual in society to attain his or her potential as a human being. It also aims to develop productive and versatile citizens by helping the individual participate in the basic functions of society and acquire the essential educational foundation for his or her development. It also aims to train middle-level skills for national development. Next is that the educational system of the Philippines aims to develop high-level professions that can produce leaders for our nation and advance knowledge through research and apply new knowledge for improving the quality of human life. And lastly, to respond effectively to the changing needs and conditions through a system of educational planning and evaluation. Filipinos have deep regard for education. Education occupies a central place in the Philippines' political, economic, social, and cultural life. The following are some of the practices in the basic education sector. First is the pursuit of quality through curricular reforms. We know that curriculum is the heart of the educational system. In the year 1999, the policy direction was for decongesting the curriculum. This led to the formulation of the basic education curriculum for the elementary level and the restructured basic education curriculum for the secondary level. Next is the quality assurance strategies through testing and assessment. In the school year 2002-2003, a new student assessment scheme was introduced. Here, a diagnostic test is administered to grade 4 pupils at the start of the school year to determine learning gaps. The test results served as the basis for implementing remedial measures within the school year. Third, quality improvement through school-wide reforms. Following the provision that educational quality improvement shall originate from the school and redound to its own benefit and that of the community, DepEd implemented policies recognizing that educational services are best managed and delivered at the school level with community and local government support. Quality improvement through teacher development programs. We know that teachers are considered the most important input to basic education, so they are a major determinant of student achievement. Some of the major teacher development related initiatives by DepEd in partnership with other basic education stakeholders are Teacher Education and Development Program, which is a two-stream package of long-term policy reforms and immediate program reforms in teacher education. We also have the National English Proficiency Program, which is a training program to improve the English proficiency of elementary and secondary level teachers and administrators. Next, we have the project on strengthening the support system for school-based inset institutionalization. The Japan Bank of International Cooperation, or JBIC, is supportive of continuous development of administrators, teachers, and non-teaching personnel. Next, we have the policies, programs, and projects that promote access. In ensuring that every community has access to quality basic education services and recognizing that physical factors affect the decision of households to send children to school, Schools for Schoolless Barangays was launched in 2001 to establish public elementary and secondary schools in 1,617 barangays identified to be without one. And lastly, we have the alternative delivery modes that promote access and holding power of school. It aims to strengthen the holding power of the schools. So, Project EASE, or Effective Alternative Secondary Education, was implemented for students who cannot attend class regularly due to personal, economic, or financial reasons. According to Article 14 of the 1987 Philippine Constitution, the state shall protect and promote the right of all citizens to quality education at all levels and shall take appropriate steps to make such education accessible to all. This is established, maintained, and supported by the state by providing first, free public education. Next, programs like scholarship grants, student loans, subsidies, and other incentives will be available to deserving students in both public and private schools, especially to the underprivileged. Third is enabling citizens and providing them opportunities like training by instilling nationalism and patriotism, fostering love of humanity, respect for human rights, appreciation of the role of national heroes in the historical development of the country. The state or the government will also allot the highest budgetary priority to education. How does the government ensure quality basic education access? A clear evidence of the value placed on education is the proportion of the national government budget going to the sector. The Department of Education, the country's biggest bureaucracy, is given the highest budget allocation among government agencies each year as required by the 1987 Philippine Constitution. The right of every Filipino to quality basic education is further emphasized in Republic Act 9155 or the Governance of Basic Education Act of 2001, along with the Republic Act 6655 or the Free Secondary Education Act. These laws reaffirm the policy of the state to protect and promote the rights of all Filipinos by providing children free and compulsory education in the elementary and high school level. This pertains to 6 years of free tuition fees for children aged 6 to 11 and free 4 years of secondary schooling for those aged 12 to 15. Along with education for all, the Philippines is also committed to pursue eight time-bound and specific targets under the Millennium Declaration, which it signed on September 2000. Ensuring that every Filipino has the basic competencies is equivalent to enabling all Filipinos to be functionally literate, which means having the complete range of skills and competencies. The following are the current demands and the responses of the government to these current demands. First is for better schools. The government should make every school to continuously perform better. Next is for teachers. Teachers should also continuously improve their teaching practices. Curriculum development, continue enrichment of curriculum development in the context of pillars of new functional literacy. And lastly is for the financing. The government must provide adequate public funding for countrywide attainment of the goals of the education system. In addition to the 1987 Philippine Constitution, the following are the additional references that I have used for this PowerPoint.